Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're diving deep into the world of hormones. And look, the goal here isn't just to list a bunch of problems, it's to really understand how our bodies are supposed to work. Because when you get that, well, that's when you can truly support your body's amazing ability to find its own balance. So let's get into it. So many of us deal with these things, right? Fatigue, painful periods, maybe even infertility, and we tend to see them as totally separate issues. But what if they're not? What if they're all just different signals, symptoms, pointing back to one single root cause? That's the big question we're exploring today. And when you look at the list, wow, it's huge. Things like PCOS, fibroids, and endometriosis, all the way to thyroid problems, bone density issues, and even depression. It just shows you how everything is connected. A problem that starts in one area can create these incredible ripple effects throughout your entire body. It's all talking to each other.
Okay, so before we can figure out what's going wrong, we've got to understand what right even looks like. A healthy monthly cycle is often described as this delicate, beautiful dance. It's this perfectly choreographed performance where different hormones take center stage at just the right time.
And the two main dancers in this whole performance? Estrogen and progesterone. Their relationship, their timing, that give and take between them, that's what sets the rhythm for the entire cycle. When that dance is in sync, everything just works.
So here's the choreography laid out for us. In the first half, you see estrogen takes the lead. Its job is to build up the uterine lining. Then, right at the halfway point, ovulation happens. That's the cue for our second dancer, progesterone, to step onto the stage. Progesterone takes over, ripens that lining, and gets it ready. And if there's no pregnancy, both hormones take a bow, their levels drop, and the whole cycle just gracefully resets for next month.
Let's get to know our two main dancers a little better, shall we? Estrogen is the cell proliferator. It builds things up, which is absolutely vital. But as the source material puts it so perfectly, it's a good slave, but a bad master. Then you have progesterone. It's often called the happy hormone. Its job is to balance out estrogen's building spree. It's also known as the mother hormone because your body uses it as a building block for so many other essential hormones. It keeps the whole system in harmony.
So, that's the beautiful, balanced dance. But what happens when the music screeches to a halt and chaos just takes over? Well, now we shift from the ideal to the problem, and that problem has a name: estrogen dominance. This quote right here, this is key. Hormonal imbalances aren't random. They don't just happen out of the blue. They are a reaction to something. There's always a cause, a reason. And our job is to figure out what those reasons are.
And here are some of the primary culprits. We're hit from all sides. You've got synthetic hormones, like from the contraceptive pill, that can mess with our body's own signals. Then you have what are called xenoestrogens. These are chemicals in things like plastics, pesticides, even our clothes, that actually mimic estrogen in the body. And on top of that, our lifestyle choices, like a diet high in refined sugar or eating meat with added growth stimulants. It all adds up to create the perfect storm for hormonal chaos. And all of that leads us right here to the definition of estrogen dominance. It's when estrogen, that good slave, becomes the bad master. Its levels are way too high compared to progesterone. And without enough progesterone to keep it in check, its job of building cells goes into overdrive, leading to things like fibroids, cysts, and endometriosis.
Okay, so we've identified the problem, and it can sound a little overwhelming. But here's the really good news: your body is always trying to get back to balance. The path back isn't complicated. It's a two-part strategy. First, you strengthen your body's foundations, and then you use targeted, natural remedies to help it along.
And this is so important to get. You can't just throw a single remedy at the problem and expect a lasting fix. You have to build that strong foundation first. It's like trying to build a beautiful house on shaky ground. It just won't work. Once the foundation is solid, then you can bring in the tools to really accelerate that rebalancing process.
This slide lays out that foundation perfectly with the Sustain Me framework. Each one of these pillars is a non-negotiable for wellness. And think about it. Sunshine for vitamin D, which is a key building block for hormones. Sleep is when our body detoxifies and resets. Abstaining from toxins lightens the load on our liver, and our liver is what has to clear out all that excess estrogen. See, this isn't just generic health advice. It's about creating the exact environment your hormones need to find their natural balance again.
All right, so with that solid foundation in place, now we can start looking at some of those targeted tools. These are natural remedies that work with your body to help it get that delicate hormonal dance back on track.
The first and maybe the most important remedy we're talking about is wild yam cream. Now, it's really crucial to understand how this works. The cream contains a plant chemical called diosgenin. It doesn't magically become progesterone. Instead, when you put it on your skin, it acts like a little nudge, a signal that stimulates your own body to make more of its own progesterone. It's basically a coach, encouraging your body to do what it already knows how to do.
And if you're going to use it, the how is absolutely crucial. You apply it twice a day, and you rotate where you put it, inner arms, thighs, tummy, chest, to make sure it absorbs well. But here's the most important part. You only use it for 3 weeks of your cycle, and then you take a 1-week break. Why? Because you're mimicking the natural rhythm of progesterone, which rises and falls during a healthy cycle. You're basically retraining your body's own rhythm. And for women who aren't menstruating anymore, it's simple. You just pick 1 week out of every month to take that break.
Wild yam cream is a powerful tool, for sure, but it's not the only one in the toolbox. Castor oil packs, which you use on the outside of your body, can help to break up things like fibroids and cysts. And then, on the food front, things from the cabbage family, like broccoli and cauliflower, and flaxseed are amazing allies. They contain special compounds that give your liver a helping hand, supporting its #1 job, clearing out all that excess estrogen from your system.
So, after looking at the problem, the causes, and the solutions, what's the single most important thing to remember through all of this? Well, it all comes back to the incredible innate intelligence of the human body. I absolutely love this quote from the source material. It just sums everything up perfectly. Your body is not broken. It's not working against you. It is constantly, actively, every single second, trying to find balance. It's trying to heal. Our job isn't to force it or fix it, but simply to get out of its way, remove the obstacles, and give it what it needs to do its job.
And that brings us to the final question. Really a question for you. It's not about doing everything all at once. That's just overwhelming. It's about choosing one thing. Maybe it's just getting a little more sun, or maybe it's cutting out one toxin from your routine, or even just adding a spoonful of flaxseed to your breakfast. What is the one small, simple step you can take starting today to help your body get back in sync with its own beautiful, natural dance?